So what I have here on this edge, I can very easily remove this. As I showed you, I can easily remove it when they're up in the air as well, and certainly when it's down here on the ground, it's even more trivial. But what I have, and I'll leave this 3000 in here, is I just took a piece of cork flooring scrap that I had. You can obviously use bulletin board cork. I just wanted something a little bit softer on the back of this. Then I put just a piece of wood, and then another piece of wood that I put a beveled edge on it, and I'll do some close-ups with the camera in a moment. Then I repeated the same thing with some offcuts of walnut. So this longer 3000 I have on 3 of the stiles on this door, so they just slide in there. What's nice about the cork is that it'll compress a little bit, so I get a pretty snug fit, but at the same time it's easy for me to remove it without marring or denting the blade, the rail. And then this front one is actually set down a little bit so that when I take this rail, the 1900, and I put it in the slot, or 2 of them, and it goes down, I have a little bit of displacement. So it's pretty easy for me to grab this one and lift it up, even when it's up in the air. So that's how I store my guide rails. So let me get you some close-ups. So here's a close-up of those feet. You can pretty easily see just a spacer piece of wood. That's where above this is the slot for the 3000 rail. And I put this thicker piece here. I'll take the rails out so you can see better, and then another spacer. And then what I did is I also beveled the tops here just slightly. This one here is very lightly beveled, just so that it makes it easier to insert the rail. You can see that the other one, where the 3000 is considerably more beveled. It's also a lot thicker. I just grabbed whatever scraps I had, and it worked just great. So, yep. And that's it. Okay, so this is what it looks like when the door is open. I have a segmented door, so the bottom segment stays at a small angle. It's probably about a 30-degree angle to flat, but it keeps these guide rails so they want to tend to stay into the clips. Now these clips are pretty tight anyway, so, or not tight, but they're snug. So you got to give it a pretty good pull. I can still retrieve the rails from up here, as you saw in the TS75 demo. Is pull them straight out. So I can use them in the summer, or not the summer, sorry. All the times of the year when I have the door open, it makes it very easy to still get at these rails. And then during the summer when I have the door closed with a small AC unit on in here, or there's times in the wintertime when at night it's pretty cold, I keep the door closed. I can still retrieve them because of course they're down below on the ground level. There we go.